Taking the finish line. Good run coming. Hurry, hurry. I mean the horsey.
This bombshell beauty right here can ride like the wind. She got one more to go.
Your new leader with a 17.33.
Hey guys, welcome to Barrel Racer Life. My name is MaddiKempf-Stoltman. Well, it is feeling like Arizona weather once again. We've had kind of a weird winter of significantly cooler, wetter, and not as nice as we kind of expect when we're here, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I got to go barrel race a little bit this past week. I will show you guys all about it. Dally used to go and ride with me on the desert, and for some reason, like a year or two ago, she just decided that she didn't like to do that anymore. I'd ride to the driveway and she'd go back and lay it at our RV. And then, okay, she doesn't want to go, I guess. And for some reason today, she just came bolting out the driveway with me and just come along. My best friend Kyla is here in Arizona as well, and I got to go visit her. She's staying about an hour away from where I'm at, so I went and visited and had a nice little trail ride. Just headed down the driveway, headed to a barrel race at Horns and Hooves Arena. Had a little bit of a change of plans this weekend. I was going to go to a pole bending yesterday to take aid in hot sauce, and it ended up being canceled. It rained here all week, which means that a lot of arenas were just not ready to ride in or compete in yesterday still. And Horns and Hooves actually canceled their race yesterday and put just a one-day race on today. So headed there. I'm actually going to take Claude and run him as well, since now they added 2 days of money into one, so they have $2,000 added today and lots of entries. I'm pretty conservative with Claude of where I run him because I don't want to run him at things that aren't really worthwhile. He is one of those horses that he's finished, he knows his job, we don't really need practice. I kind of do getting back on him, but that's a whole other topic. More conservative about where I run him because he puts his all in every time. He's also a bleeder and runs on Lasix, so I don't want to give my horse medication if he doesn't need it. I also want him to put effort in where there's places that we're going to make good money, not where it's just a kind of little jackpot. It doesn't make sense to me to do that to him. It seemed today that it was a good place to take him, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm needing the practice of running him again since I'd been off him for a few months. I felt like I showed up for Claude this week. Last week I take full responsibility for running him into the first barrel, and this week I feel like I showed up as his jockey. Him and I were on the same page and we made a great run, so I'm really happy with how he did. We ended up just out of the 2D money. When I left we were sitting well in the 1D, and then it just got fast as the day went on, so we ended up just out of the 2D money, but I have no complaints because he made an amazing run for me. Hot Sauce made a good effort, and we were just a tad out of the 4D money, so he was about a second and a half off. 16.2 was the fast time, and he ran a 17.8, so if we would have been a 17.7, we would have placed, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. They actually forgot to put 8 in the draw, and it was such a big barrel race, they ended up getting over 300 runners, that I didn't want to wait till the end to run him. I went there thinking I was going to be running 3 horses, ended up running only 2, but I, like I said, didn't want to wait 3 or 4 more hours to run him. That was at the Horns and Hooves Arena. Just to kind of reiterate what I said earlier about the really weird weather we've had, they ended up having to cancel the Saturday barrel race. They had a Sunday only, and they had to run it in what is usually the warm-up arena. It was just a little bit different than we're used to there, but still a really great facility, and I mean, lucky that they have the option to do 2 different arenas like that. So yeah, our warm-up area was where we would usually run at that facility, and they swapped it around because it was just too muddy in the regular arena. I get asked about these little safety ties. They have saved my trailer multiple times. I have a link in my Amazon store, so I'll put that in the description of the video, but I do wrap a little bit of electrical tape around the clothes, or where they clip shut, because I find they pop off a little too easy otherwise. But they are great because if a horse gets hung up or sets back or anything, they will break and not rip your ties off, because I have ripped multiple of these out of the trailer and it's not fun. If you have one that sets back and knows they can break them, that's kind of a whole nother issue, but for my horses that stand tied well and have no issues, these things are awesome. Well, that's all I have for you this week. And this coming week, there is quite a few things to go to, which is always the beauty of being in Arizona, is that there's barrel races every day of the week. I feel like I'm playing catch up a little bit. I really didn't barrel race as much this winter as I usually would, just kind of the way things shook out. Lots of opportunities still to go before we head north, and that's going to be in the next couple weeks here. So it's kind of the, you know, last little bit of Arizona weather before we head back to Washington. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you next week.